Know who it is. It's your boy Doug. November 5th, 2020. December 5th. Y'all been slipping up too? Man, Christmas is kicking right around the corner in 20 more days. Have you guys done your Christmas shopping? I pretty much got mine done. I just need to wrap them up. I need to put my tree up. Good morning to those who woke up today, December 5th. Happy birthday to those born today, December 5th, 2024. And my condolences go out to those who did not wake up. It's your boy Doug 60 Game. Welcome to my page. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Bring your brother up the hard way. I don't want no freebies. I work the hard way. I'm out here in Athens grinding. How y'all like my say? Anyway, I'm getting ready to head out to take y'all with me to Riverdale, Georgia. See somebody's washing machine. I know y'all like to ride with a brother. So here we go. So yeah, man, I got my gifts. I need to wrap them up and put the tree up. I need to rake the yard. I need to rake the yard, get the leaves up, put my Christmas stuff outside on the house. You know how it works. 20 days, man. In 20 days, Santa Claus is coming. Can't believe it. Got through the nightmare. So another 40 days, the world changes. In 40 days, y'all be ready for it. There's gonna be a lot of people going to jail. I ain't gonna say no names. They're gonna be going to jail for pedophilia, tax evasion, election interference, fraud, a whole lot of stuff. All right, let me give y'all a look at Athens, Georgia. We're in Athens, arriving in Riverdale. Leaving Athens, Georgia, arriving in Riverdale, Georgia. It's gonna be a good little ride. You know how we do. See if I can get across this street here. Bank over here I need to check out. People just don't know how to get out of the doggone. Bingo. What? My bank is gone. Man, that is so fucked up. That was my bank. My bank is gone, yeah. Don't y'all hate that? Doing some work.
Jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
Letting the world know that he will not wipe away the decision of 12 of his son's peers. Was asked directly, and he has said he
seen us being supporters of Trump in dark skin. It disgusted her.
Why would somebody with brown skin support this man?
And she said, you should be ashamed of yourself. Look at you guys. You're brown. He's a racist. I said, you're the racist. And then that was it. She just pushed me, and then she just closed fist and just popped me in my chin.
No, you can't go home.
No, you can't leave.
I can't go.
No, you're being detained right now. You're not free to leave.
I am definitely not a racist, but I definitely want to flag people with brown skin or other colored skins that hate. You realize what's going to happen.
That's kind of racist if you're targeting certain individuals.
I'm not targeting you.
You are. You just said I'm finding people with brown skin.
She didn't think she did anything wrong, you know, and I just feel like it's because us just standing there represented like we were being violent. Just
wow. All right, folks, we're going to get into that and more next. It's Wednesday and it's time for Pop and Politics. I'm KJ, along with the one and only Shelly E.
Hi, everybody.
All right, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're on YouTube and Rumble. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts under the name Pop and Politics. Shout out to the chat. We also shout out
We don't need all that
our
extra.
love for conservative content. Folks, this is not just a podcast. This is a movement of God-fearing, truth-seeking, America-loving people that value freedom. Stand with us, subscribe so we can amplify this rallying call for freedom. All right, Shelly, let's set it off. As you can see, we're a two-man crew tonight. The other ladies are off. They will be back over the weekend. But want to get into that clip we played in the beginning of the show. So that was Gina Powell. She's a Trump supporter who was waving signs for Donald Trump the day before the election in Edmond, Washington. And she was assaulted by an 82-year-old woman. So, I mean, how should we respond to people like this woman with TDS?
Well, I have a personal story similar to a story about that. A few weeks ago, I was approached, not assaulted, by a 80-something-year-old white woman while I was out walking, and I had on a shirt that said 2A, something like that. And this white woman, I'm saying that because I think this is the reason why, she saw me and she was hell-bent on coming to me to tell me, you know, all the anguish she was feeling because Donald Trump had won the election. And I think she automatically thought that I would agree with her because I was a black woman, you know, taking a walk and a hike. And I pushed back at her. Well, I was told, not by everybody, I was told that I looked like I was a bully. But yet when this woman does it, now granted, this woman clocked her, right? The woman didn't hit me, of course, did not hit me. But nevertheless, I didn't threaten the woman. I just was not going to be, you know, so placated and passive about, you know, saying, oh, right, ma'am. No, I actually pushed back at her. So I can identify with this lady, Gina. And I also still stand on my response to the woman who approached me. The problem is that many people think that because of the color of your skin that you only think one way, and unfortunately some conservatives think that way too. So
yeah, I mean, I liked how this lady handled it, you know. Well, unfortunately she was assaulted by this Trump deranged syndrome woman, but you know, she was talking about it afterwards. And this is something that many black conservatives go through. These white liberals do not believe that they're being racist by assuming because of the color of our skin that we are supposed to vote Democrat. and we're supposed to vote against Donald Trump.
Right.
And it's something that's perpetuated. And so my question is to you all, please comment in the chat, how do we handle this? How should we respond to people like this who assume that because we are of a certain skin color, we have to vote a certain way? And that assumption is racist.
So my suggestion is that you can respond passionately, fiercely, if you will. And I'm not saying violently, no. I'm not saying that I think this lady should have clocked her back. But nevertheless, you don't have to take a passive, responsive approach. And so what? Like, again, like I said, I've been told I look like I was bullying that lady. I don't care, because she approached me with a bigoted statement, with a bigoted attitude, and her only assumption was based on the color of my skin. Why should I or any of us let that stand, especially when we are confronted with it right then and there? Handle it right then and there. I don't care, whatever. But we cannot allow it, at least in the space that we're in at that time. Why allow it? So that's how I think about it. I suggest that you all do the same. Otherwise, it's going to continue, but if we don't respond and confront it as severely, if you will, as severely as the need calls for at that moment, then what do you have?
Yeah. I agree, and I'll add to it. I believe we need to get beyond this idea of race. Mm-hmm. You know, initially race was brought about to divide us anyway. And as we continue, if we continue to speak in the language of race, identify politically based off of race, whether we're just responding to the left or not, we will continue down this road, and people like her will continue to believe that we are supposed to vote a certain way based on our race. No, we are one human race. We are Americans, and that is how we should really identify as only. That's the only identifier, Americans. When we go abroad, people ask, "Oh, what are you?" We're American. Exactly. We're American here. It's no black, brown, African American, white, whatever. We are Americans voting for the president, and we're voting based off of issues that apply to our lives. We're voting for the person that's going to handle those issues in the best way.
Exactly.
And so that's where I think we need to go with this. But these people are really deranged. I mean, they are severely deranged. And, that brings us to our next clip. So Stephen A. Smith has been on a warpath recently. Stephen A. Smith, of course, you guys know him as the sports broadcaster. He has a YouTube channel now where he's been taking on more than just sports. He's really been delving into politics. He was recently on The View and multiple he's been on with Chris Cuomo. And also he has his YouTube channel where he has been calling out the hypocrisy of the left since Donald Trump won the election. All right. And so here we have a clip where he is interviewing actress Jennifer Lewis. And she is reacting to how Black and Latino men voted for Trump and didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Take a look at this. This is clip 2.
Oh, honey. When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter is raped by your alcoholic brother or the next door neighbor, and she tries to abort that baby inside of her from a rape, you're going to regret that. They want to keep women in their place. It's so disgusting. I can't even put words to them voting for her. They didn't vote for her. Didn't vote because she was a woman. They didn't care that she was smart and powerful, educated, beautiful, kind, joyful, fearless. She would have taken care of this country. She would have protected the people. She would have surrounded herself with great minds. But keeping women in their place was more important to them. And Black men, that was just shocking because, honey, he's going to give the military and the police permission to shoot you in your back, and there will be no immunity. So, baby, y'all done fucked up. You took every right from your children. Once again, there will be no social security and pensions and rights. This thing has said you will never have to vote again. He's going to be in charge of the military. We have fucked up. End of story.
You don't think it was a simple situation of looking at the economy, looking at inflation, looking at crime and saying, excuse me, providing and protect, and as men, that's what we want, and as a result of that, I mean, I voted for her. I wasn't voting for him. But speaking to men who felt differently, they didn't think about Roe v. Wade. They didn't think about stuff. They thought about the economy, money in their pockets, and safety in the streets.
Well, listen.
It couldn't have been as simple as that?
First of all, do you see women breaking in people's houses?
Yes.
Do you see women shooting each other in the streets?
Yes.
They voted because they voted for Trump because, well, I hate saying his name. They voted for him because they hate themselves. And they see this thing as powerful, that he's gonna move mountains for them and make them rich. And unfortunately, black men, they want a man. They were saying, I'm voting for the man. Well, we gonna see about that. And don't think we're all not at fault. All of us. We went to our jobs and came home and sat on the sofa and watched movies of destruction. Superman, Batman, the end of this, Armageddon. Well, all of that social consciousness has brought us here. So now, like I said, Lex Luthor is finally in the fucking White House. What are you gonna do about it?
What is wrong with these people? Auntie J is crazy. Okay, I watched that interview I think at least twice, and it was hilarious. First of all, what is she talking about? She conflates so many different things in there. It was hilarious when she calls Trump that thing, right? And I think earlier in the interview she talked about she had some kind of fall from a balcony in the Serengeti. I think she jumped. I think she jumped, and her head was a little joggled or whatever. But she's crazy. Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence, she's a great actress. Stephen A. Smith kept saying that, and she is a great actress. But she is crazy, okay? I thought I was watching an episode of some kind of The Comedy Factory or something with that. She's crazy.
Yeah, she's definitely. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is something you can't reason with. As you can see, these people, they have TDS is real. They have mental issues. I want to shout out our super chatters tonight. So let's see here. We have, all right, Kung Fu CJ with the $5 super chat says, that's right, KJ. Many will lose their jobs without race hustling. Yep, absolutely. All right, thank you. Laura, thank you so much with the $2 super chat says she was. All right, Kung Fu CJ said she's cuckoo, forget the puffs. Right?
Exactly.
Right. P Cool with the $5 super chat says the actress talking to Stephen A. Smith, her dentures are too white. All right. Absolutely, Laura. This bitch is crazy.
Yes, Laura. She is.
Folks, I think it's a culmination of these people just being off, and then the media has perpetuated so many lies about Trump. And then not only have they lied, but then they have pushed these lies almost around the clock.
All the time.
And these people have, and you not only get it with mainstream media, but they were pushing it in culture, in movies. You have the movies, the Hollywood on the board. It was everywhere, and these people have cracked up. We have Coley Bennett with the $5 super chat. Said, what a performance. She's wrong, but it was very entertaining. It was. And she was exactly wrong. Yeah. And a couple things she missed on this. One, the lies that she told. Donald Trump never said he was going to use the military to shoot people.
Oh my God. And then she also said no immunity. What she meant to say was immunity. So that was just a slip of the tongue. But she's talking about they're going to shoot people. And then, Trump is going to have, like you said, it was just a lie. Then she conflated. I don't even know how she talked about this. That the black men voted because, do you see women killing each other in the streets? And so what is she saying? That black men kill each other? I mean, in the urban areas, they tend to do that. So, so she was proving her own point. She's proving some of the complaints about crime and the social pathologies that we see a lot of in the urban areas in particular. So this woman is present tense. She's crazy.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, she also mentioned about Social Security, something that the Democrats continue to lie about. Trump has never said that he wanted to end Social Security, that he was going to do anything with Social Security. He has never said that. That's another lie she said. She mentioned the other one. She somehow or another, she had to weave in this idea of a young girl being pregnant or raped by, what is that, uncle or next door neighbor, and becoming pregnant, and she's going to regret not being able to get an abortion. Right. It was so many things that she conflated. They actually believe this. So, again, they're lying. What they're saying is not true, but they actually believe what they're saying, right? So, there's a fine line between, are they lying or do they believe it? Is this Memorex or is this, reality? These people are crazy, and a lot of this craziness is self-induced. Oh yeah. It's self-induced. Oh yeah. I'm just happy that the majority of the country was able to push back against this and understand that these are lies. It was propaganda. People obviously have been doing their own research, and not just that, people feel it in their own pockets. Mm-hmm. We understand and see how when Trump was in office, gas was down, the market prices were down, the economy was doing much better. We weren't in any foreign wars. We didn't have this horrible Afghanistan pullout. Just today, we saw, I don't know if you guys saw, Biden is doing some African tour, and the poor man was falling asleep right in the middle of a panel discussion. So this is who represented us, and honestly, Kamala Harris was not even any better.
Exactly.
So this is what people saw. They saw with their own eyes. They didn't believe these propagandists like Jennifer Lewis, and they voted accordingly. Thank God.
I got 2 questions for our audience. Number one, all things being equal, good, bad, every country has good, bad, things like that, most countries. Which country, other than the United States, would you go to because you believe Trump is a dictator or whatever other rights he's going to take away? Which country would you go to? And then why are you not there? Why are you not there?
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you guys love America, hit that like button.
Yes.
If you love America, if you are excited about where the country is going, hit the like button. Because I know Kamala Harris, when she was running for office, she had this slogan that she was going to be the change. They were going to change. Well, now we got real change. We're already seeing it. As soon as Trump won the election, we saw the markets reacted to it. They increased. They were doing better just from him winning. We saw over in the Middle East, how what was it? The Middle Eastern countries that were fighting.
Yeah, the Hezbollah, and they made agreement with Israel, things like that. Yeah,
this isn't by happenstance. This is because Trump is coming. Yep. He's coming. Get right.
Yep.
Yeah, get right. And this is what the message was to them. I'm coming. You better fly right.
Come correct.
Exactly. All right. So want to move on. Here's another clip from Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith said he voted for Kamala Harris.
He said he did.
Yeah, but he's been kind of really pushing back against a lot of the leftist narrative that people have been speaking about after the election. This is clip 1.
What's your take on the pardon?
The Biden situation disgusted me in terms of the pardon only from this standpoint, Chris. Nobody on the planet, you want to be a cynic and you want to act like you would be offended by something like that. If you're one of those people out there, fine. But no one within reason would have a problem with him saying, it's my son. I love him. There's no way I'm sending him to jail. And I have the power to avoid it. Nobody would blame him for that. But that's not where he went. So I didn't have a problem to answer your question directly with the decision that he made to pardon his son. Boo Boo the Fool knew he was going to do that. I don't care who he stood in front of or sat in front of and said that he wasn't going to pardon his son and he was just going to go by the letter of the law. Please, everybody and their grandmother knew he was going to pardon his son. But to come out and to start talking about how it's been a witch hunt and the Department of Justice and others were after him or whoever it was, and the GOP rather was after him. Well, wait a minute. What have y'all been doing with Donald Trump all of these years? Now, you can make an argument about the legitimacy of the cases against Donald Trump compared to what wasn't legitimate, etc. That's not the point. The point is it was clearly politicized. You had folks on the left who were hell-bent on going after Donald Trump because they were determined to make sure that he couldn't run for re-election or that these elements would get in the way of him possibly winning re-election. And now we know why more than ever, because they weren't confident they would ever be able to beat him. He'd been a Republican nominee since 2016. He beat Hillary Clinton with the Electoral College vote. He wouldn't concede defeat in 2020, but he did receive over 74 million votes at that particular moment in time. And then you fast forward 4 years later, despite the 34 felony convictions, the 2 impeachments, the bevy of crimes that he had been accused of, the Republican voters out there, the conservative voters out there, and a lot of independents from various communities said, he's the guy we want, and I've said it on many, many occasions. It wasn't about him, just like it wasn't about Biden in 2020. It was more against.
Wow. So he said a lot of truth there. What are your thoughts, Shelley?
Stephen A. Smith, I've said this before, and I would say of late, as far as I can tell, as far as I've watched some of his episodes, he has been speaking more truth, if you will, more balance to the political issues, regardless of whether or not he voted for Kamala Harris or not. He says he voted for her, fine. He reminds me more of the Bill Maher types. These are what we call the old school classical liberals, if you will. Today we might call them small L libertarians. Nevertheless, he's speaking facts, he's speaking truth, and he's making the point. Most people, you would have expected or known, believed that Biden was going to pardon Hunter, his son. The point is that they've been attacking Donald Trump, making him out to be this monster when the whole thing was politicized, which is the point that Stephen A. Smith is making. So again, you can't have it both ways, Democrats. You can't have it both ways on the left. This is where we call you out, and not conservatives necessarily calling you out, but the Stephen A. Smiths and the Bill Mahers are calling you out.
Yeah, and I agree. I want to acknowledge our super chatter here. I believe it was Laura. All right, Laura here with the $2 super chat says, Stephen A. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
100.
thank you, Laura.
Yeah, I think this election is going to be what was a wake-up call for many people in the country. Like me, who I had a wake-up call in 2016, I believe, when Hillary Clinton was running against Trump. And I saw how the Democrat Party during the primary, which was between Hillary and Bernie Sanders, when they rigged the primary for Hillary,
right,
I had a wake-up call. And it was my wake-up call because I saw clearly something that I believed was supposed to be true was false. And I think that is same wake-up call is happening across the country. The media overplayed their hand.
Yep.
They went balls to the wall hard against Trump with the lawfare, with the propaganda, with the lies. And many people saw it. They realized this isn't true. And then they started down the rabbit hole of what else are they saying that is lie, that isn't true. And it woke a lot of people up.
Yeah, I think more people, again, it may not be a massive number of people at one time or in one place, but even on social media, which is really the media of today's times, we see a person here, a person there. At the very least, they are starting to question, their stances before, or maybe not their own stances. They're starting to question some stances of the Democratic Party or people they've supported. They may not be fully on the right, which is fine, because I think we all go through a time or a period of where we are self-evaluating. We are questioning, we're thinking like, okay, this is not adding up. I know I have done that. And again, hopefully in my next 100 years of living, I'm going to do more of that in some way or another. So evolving, if you will, or thinking through or changing your mind, coming to different conclusions, comparisons, all that kind of stuff, that is healthy. And so we need to have that not only as individuals, but we definitely need to have it in the public square, if you will, in the marketplace. I think we're going to see more and more of that. And I think we are starting to see that particularly with some prominent people on the left.
Oh, yeah. Want to acknowledge our super chats here. We have LAPD SWAT with a $5 super chat. Says, Fall 25 ABC News Show, The Craziest, starring Jennifer Lewis. Yeah, we need to document these nuts. Paul Peterson with a $10 super chat says, keep up the great work, ladies.
Thank you,
Paul. Thank you so much. Kung Fu CJ says, Stephen A is a beta flunky. I agree. Hopefully he has more of a change, but I do agree with you. And I want to get you guys' comments on that. What do you think about the, as far as the pardon? Do you think it was Biden changed his mind, or do you think that he was lying all along? Comment in the chat, either lied or he changed his mind. I'm curious. We got Coley Bennett, that's Nicole, our Nicole here. She says, with a $5 super chat, thank you so much. She says, Stephen A. Smith is a blue dog Democrat. He knows the truth and isn't afraid to speak it. Hopefully he will let the truth guide his vote. Yeah. All right, Coley, yes. And Coley, I should have called you today. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. By 3 o'clock, I said, oh my God, I forgot to call Nicole. Tijuana Border Jumper with a $5 super chat says, beauty and brains. What more could America and Baltimore need?
Oh, thank you, Tijuana.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And, this is why it's important to have independent media like ours. If you haven't done so already, please hit that notification bell so you know when we go live, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. But we have merchandise. We got merch. Check it out. We have a website, www.popandpoliticslive, where you guys can pick up the latest merchandise that we have here. Here's something. I use this every morning for my cup of tea. It's a Pop and Politics mug. Yeah, I drink every morning. And I love it, so definitely check it out. We've got some cute shirts on there. Shelly, you have a shirt there that you love, right? Yes, cute shirt.
The cover-up general thought was too unhinged to name to a
I mean, that's what she likes.
She likes that?
I mean, that's what we do.
It sounded like you was getting choked from that room in there because you were trying to talk and you couldn't.
I kept just telling him
At the same time?
That's the Aquarius and the Virgo for you, buddy. That's the Aquarius and the Virgo for you, for real.
Okay.
On February 21st, 2022, officers responded to a call from a 50-year-old girlfriend over her 27-year-old boyfriend. She was screaming at someone to stop putting hands on her. She also mentioned that she was being choked.
Or civil and central. Clark County Police Department.
Athens, Georgia, Crunk.
Clark County Police Department, need to come to the door. Clark County Police Department, you need to come to the door.
At this point, the officer believes that the girlfriend could be getting choked. He decided they had no choice but to kick the door down.
He kicked that door and it sounds like he's choking her through the window. Sounds like he's choking. Athens, Clark County Police.
Clark County Police Department, put your goddamn hands up wherever you are.
Where is it, left?
Go over here.
Forced entry. I got left. Left. Bedroom on the left.
Bedroom on the left?
Yes. Athens, Clark.
Come out! Is he back here? Miss, come out with your hands up! You got 3 officers here, you're not going anywhere! Come out with your hands up! Put your drawers on and come out right now! Then keep your hands in the air and come out slowly!
Right now.
Now! Mr. Come out with your hands up!
Chill, bro. Y'all put y'all guns down, bro.
I don't have a gun in my hand.
Now,
I have a taser.
Come hands up!
I have no gun, bro.
Get
Chill.
your hands in the air and step out!
Look, y'all, I got
Okay.
Come on, man.
You're good.
See, come this
It's a
way.
taser. Come on.
Chill, bro. I'm in here asleep.
Okay.
Hey, come out. Lay your hand. Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Lay down.
Shit, I get dressed, please, bro.
Now.
I ain't gonna get dressed. I'm going outside.
Lay
Come
down.
on, now.
You still got taser out?
Oh, y'all, chill now. Let me get dressed, please, y'all.
Put your hands behind your back.
Handcuffs, and we'll do that. Can I please get dressed for you, y'all?
Please.
Damn, Jennifer, man. Man, you know what is going on?
Give me that other hand.
Can I please get dressed, y'all? Please.
We'll put some pants on you.
I need to get shirt, dress, all that, but y'all ain't finna best me outside, bro. Come on now. Y'all already don't got me now. Y'all got me.
Watch him. Let's check the room. Clear the room.
Ain't nothing going on, man.
Is there anybody else here?
Jennifer.
Is there anybody else here?
Man, bro, I can't keep doing this, man.
Window was cracked, and I heard it through this window.
This woman is not telling the truth, y'all. We are not fighting or nothing. Y'all gotta hear this woman out, man. We're not fighting. Please, y'all.
Listen to
y'all
me.
Understand me.
Listen to me. Let's get you up.
Yeah, bro, we're not even fighting,
Here.
bro.
Roll over on your side. Put your knees up. Try to sit up.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm a big guy.
Come on. I know you're a big guy.
I'm a big guy, y'all.
Stand up. There you go.
Can I please get some clothes, y'all?
Yep. Where's some pants?
I do want some clothes. It's in here.
Huh?
Right there beside on the couch. Damn, bro. Can y'all please talk to this woman? Cause I do not.
Well, you're gonna talk to us. You're not gonna talk to her.
Yeah, please. I did not do nothing, man. These hoes was not. You
See?
can ask her right now. Yeah, they're right there.
Lean up against the wall or wherever you can stabilize yourself.
Or something, or
I just gotta put my legs in, man.
ma'am.
The other leg.
Across the hall. Hey, bro.
In 4?
Yeah, she went into there.
Hey, are you okay? Do you need EMS?
No.
Okay. Tell me what's going on. What happened?
Just keep going in there.
Tell him he just leave me, he just scratched me. Not just wanting him to leave.
Damn, bro. Ain't nothing in there, bro. You want to keep going in there and shit,
Okay.
bro.
Come out here and sit on the.
I get a shirt right here. Please, I can get that shirt. I just want a shirt, bro.
No, you're talking to her out here.
Oh, now.
Here,
Please,
here,
man.
here, step out here.
Go back in there. Come on. Come on, go back in there.
I can't talk to my own girl, bro.
Not right now. We're trying to sort out what happened.
Ain't nothing happening.
Okay. Well, you can sit down on the bed or you can sit on that stool.
I'm gonna grab that. Bro, why you walking around for, bro? Ain't nothing in here, bro. Nothing in here. All that stuff right there.
Mr. Cooper.
Happened before we got here.
Mr. Cooper, what's going on today?
Nothing going on, bro. I'm trying. I was in
Well,
sleep.
who called police?
She called the police because she said she had something going on, talking about some bills and stuff. I told her, listen, I can't come with the bills, and she said she want no problem, so we calmed her down. Y'all found me in the bed right here.
Turn a little bit.
Y'all just found me in the bed, bro.
Well, I didn't see anybody in the bed because we didn't come back
I
here.
had cuffs and stuff on you, but either way, I mean, come on now.
Okay.
I wasn't doing
There you
nothing to this
go.
woman.
So sit down.
He speaks me up, bro. You got me crazy, man.
There you go. Okay. So, Miss, what's going on today? So tell me what's going on.
He just basically, and we went to argue, he just grabbed me. I told him, don't grab me. Because you know you already know I'm supposed to be over here. And I let him come over here because he didn't have nowhere to stay.
Okay.
But then he was arguing and made stuff so difficult. So we asked him to just leave.
Right. And then what happened from there?
When I was talking to the operator, he grabbed the phone and grabbed me again.
When you say he grabbed you, what do you mean by grabbing you?
Just grabbed me. Just grabbed me like
this.
Yeah.
So what happened when we were here, y'all were in the bedroom? It sounded like you...
That's when he had me on the bed and he was talking to me and I was telling him just...
Was he holding you down or holding you there?
Holding me. I didn't understand he was going that aggressive, but it was just... Since we've been fighting in the past, it scares me.
Okay.
It just scares me.
I understand y'all have history. What's your name?
Nothing's going on, bro.
So she just woke you up and started fussing about bills?
I was just asking about bills. I told her, listen.
You were asking her about bills?
No. She was asking me about the spectrum bill. That's all it was.
The special bill?
The spectrum.
The spectrum bill?
Spectrum.
Okay.
That's not a spectrum bill. I was like, listen, we got to figure this out ourselves. We do get heated arguments. And that's all it was. I did not put my hands on this woman at all, bro.
So
she can tell you that. She can vouch for that.
Okay. So y'all had just a verbal argument over the spectrum bill?
She cried. She was like, okay, and that's it. And that's it. I did not put my hands on her. She didn't put my hands on me. That's all it was. I did not put my hands on her, bro.
All right. Well, let's see. Let the officers talk to her and see what she got to say.
Last time like that, y'all didn't hear me out, man.
Well, I'm listening to you. Am I giving you a fair shot to tell me your story?
That's what the last officer did. And then, like, I literally, after that, got locked up. Like,
what happened when you got locked up?
He was like, hey, bro. He said, okay, it's already two sides to the story. He went down there and heard her story, and then came back over here and locked me up. I'm like, I didn't even touch her the last time. I'm trying to handle that now.
How long ago was that?
That was like, what, last year? So,
are there any bond conditions or anything between y'all? Any TPOs or anything like that?
We had one. I'm supposed to be over here. Okay, look. When they talk, what's your name?
Rose. Officer Rose.
To me, I was standing down here and that window's cracked, and it sounded like you was either getting held down or choked. It sounded like you was getting choked from that room in there because you were trying to talk and you couldn't.
And I kept just telling him just to go. Because he just scared me so bad when he get angry and get yelling.
Okay.
Before I do something, I would like for him to just go. Because he just don't know how bad he's scared me. Even when you don't put your hands on me and I know you're bad, you scare me.
Okay. So today, since he's been here, has he hurt you in any way, choked you?
No,
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay. So will you kind of look up as high as you can? I'm just going to check your neck for any marks. Let me see your face real quick. You don't have to look at the flashlight. I just want to look at your face, make sure there's nothing here. Can I see your hands real quick and your wrists? Was that blood right there? Where'd that come from?
Probably from when I was trying to tear out of there.
When you were trying to leave?
When I was trying to walk out of there.
Okay.
So when I got locked up first time, I don't know, you correct me on this. When they lock me up, before I get out of the cell, they'll tell you where you want to go, right?
What do you mean, tell you where you want to go?
For the PTO or the TPO, whatever it is, they'll be like, you can go anywhere other than the address she put down for her address.
Yeah.
I told them here.
Okay.
So.
But who lives here?
Me. I had my name on the lease. My name was on the lease.
Where does she live?
She told them folks that she was gone and that she lived over there in Carriers Court.
So she gave a different address.
She gave a different address, but I was in I ain't even really looking at that like that. Legal wise, I'm not looking at it like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it like, okay, well, we got a TPO bond, so.
Well, do you still have? Are those still valid, or are those gone away?
I think it is. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I don't know what they got going on.
So if you think they're still valid, what's she doing over here?
I just, like I said, I was just being nice. We cool. Me and her are cool, bro. I don't have no problems with her.
Okay.
And then if it gets come to the point where she can't be over here, I don't care, bro. We cool.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, you say you're cool, but how many times you been in handcuffs because of something between y'all? I mean, you're telling me she always does this.
That's only did one. I only been in handcuffs.
So this is only the second time?
This here's the second time, but the first time, misunderstanding. It was over bills. It was over bills too.
That was over bills too. So you guys got issues with money?
It's just not an issue with money. It's just an issue with who's gonna prioritize the bills.
Okay.
It's not really the issue with the money. It's just who's gonna prioritize which and what. That's all it is.
Okay.
I never had no problem with her, bro. I damn near love that girl.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. How come I knocked on the door a minimum of 6 times and nobody come and open the door?
I don't wanna release no weird, but we were. Before y'all.
I mean, we could hear arguing. You guys are arguing and having sex at the same time?
That's the Aquarius and the Virgo for you, buddy. That's the Aquarius and the Virgo for you, for real.
Okay.
For real though, I ain't gonna lie to you, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, because there is a little bit of stuff right here. So we're going to contact management about this. So I made the decision to make entry to the house because we had been calling y'all for a couple minutes, and it sounded like you were in a lot of risk back there in that room. I thought you were getting choked. So you're telling me that you were not getting choked out? Okay.
It terrifies me so bad.
So basically the reason why you couldn't talk and it sounded like that was because you were so scared and you were having a hard time talking. Okay, I can accept that. But so right now he does have a bond condition to not be around you. I don't know if you're aware of that. I believe he does have a warrant as well. Have y'all ever lived together? Do y'all have kids together?
No.
How long did y'all live together?
For like a year.
A year. Okay. Where was that at? Was that here?
Here.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if you want to, are you familiar with this lady?
I just went in there because I knew.
Okay. Do you mind if I'm on ACCPD? Is this a younger lady that lives in here?
It's two of them.
Two ladies.
I ain't trying to be on no funny stuff or none of that. I just me and her, we argue, and then that's it. That's all it is.
Okay.
We don't never be on no real life trying to like each other.
All right. So you don't have any injuries? She didn't do anything physical to you? Is she gonna have any injuries?
No, bro. We literally.
Okay.
I mean, we have some rough.
Did you ever choke her?
No, we have some rough. That's all we have.
Okay. Did you choke her when you were having rough?
I mean, that's what she like.
She likes that?
I mean, that's what we do. She choked me when she on top of me. I mean, I can't go around this, bro. I mean, y'all might think I'm trying to play around right now, but I'm not, man. I'm not. We do this all the time. Argue, make up.
Well, I get that. I mean, people argue and make up, but I mean, somebody called police. Who called police?
I mean, I don't know. I'm in here. We're there.
Hello. Hi. So I appreciate you letting her come in. It was a little bit of an intense situation. Y'all are good. I don't really have any questions for y'all or anything like that. You know, I appreciate you being with her while she's here. But yeah, y'all are good. Everything's good. I was just gonna say I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. If you'll hang out, if you want to hang out either on the stairs in here or on the couch. Hello. I was just letting her know that that I appreciate y'all letting her come in and seek refuge for just a minute. Everything's good though, y'all. No need to worry. We got everything's gonna be taken care of.
It won't be scared. It won't be asleep. That's okay. I don't be in nobody's business. You know that. It's an every other day situation. It just don't make no sense. You can't come home and be comfortable in your own home. I don't get in nobody's business, nothing like that. I stay with myself.
Yeah.
It just be too much sometimes. And I know she ain't messing on that I work.
Yeah. This area.
All the other stuff that goes on around here, so.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't got to the point where I'm trying to find someone to move to.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The further west you go, the less you got to worry about, in my experience. So like Jennings Mill area, further that way. But that's just my experience. If you go further that way, you're rolling the dice on it. So, but I was gonna say thank y'all. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll be back out in just a minute. Okay.
I mean, she might have did at first, but then after we calmed down, we was in here messing around.
All right, man. So look, here's the deal. So right now she's saying that y'all was in this room. She told me that you didn't hit her,
Absolutely not.
She said that, because what I heard, and I'll tell you the same thing I told her, I was standing right here by this window, and I heard you yelling and talking a lot, and it sounded like, honestly, to me, it sounded like she was getting choked out. She couldn't speak. She was trying to speak, and she couldn't.
Bro.
She told me that the reason for that was because she was so terrified that she was choking up, and she couldn't get any words out.
That was the first time.
When y'all argue, it scares her, and she said that she was getting choked, like she couldn't speak.
Absolutely. That was the first. I did not choke her. It was the first time. That was when we was arguing. She got choked up.
Okay. So, I'm telling you all this. You know, she did say that she was holding her by the arms,
bro.
We were talking to her.
I told her. I was literally just having sex before y'all got in here. Before you kicked that door in.
Yeah,
I was in the bed.
I get it. You know, and you know, like.
Why y'all thinking that we like doing some crazy stuff? I understand
we deal with a lot of stuff, so you know, and y'all have a little bit of history and stuff like that. So we take that kind of stuff seriously because the thing is if we standing right outside this door and you in here and you while we're standing outside, I'm not saying you would.
That's commission of crime and shit like
but
that.
I'm just saying like. If we feel like something like that's going on, especially after a phone call where she said, you know, whatever she said. But I'm just letting you know, so basically, right now, both of y'all saying the same thing. We didn't visually see anything. She doesn't have any marks on her. So I don't really have any charges for battery, strangulation. I don't have any of that. Unless that just happened today.
That was these sorry ass lamb managers can't fix nothing in this apartment.
I believe
that. Those holes, that up sink, that sink in there too.
I believe you.
And so, bro, none of this stuff gets fixed in here, bro. So I can't even
understand
help that it looks like a battleground in here.
I understand.
Water or something in here. I can't help that.
At one time, maybe it was, but right now, I'm just letting you know, like, basically.
I understand the slick comment, but nah, bro. It's never been a battleground in here, bro.
No, not with y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I understand that.
No, not with you, but.
But
But, you know, like, I don't have anything as far as charges right now. So what we do have, I don't know if they've already made you aware, we do have, you have a bond condition to not be around her.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. Remember, that's why let me explain to him that.
Sure.
When I got locked up and got out, they told me what address you want to put.
Mm-hmm.
I have not talked to them ever since that day I got out. They told me, what you want to put down? I said, this is it right here. My name was on this lease, so it can't be like, you can't do that. So then they told her, she told them that there was going to be another address for her. So that let me know I could come back here, right? I mean, that's what I'm getting at from.
So what I think, so basically, if the TPO says,
if I talk to the officer, he'll like, well, you might be, well, if she's there, that's what I don't get.
Well, the TPO says not to be around her.
Absolutely.
Then it don't really matter the location that you're at.
That's what I got.
It's the fact that you're around her.
Absolutely.
Right. So like if that's what it reads as, which I feel like it probably will, then you know.
Did you hear 30 strike? So you are not supposed to be here when she's here.
Right, when she's here, and that's what I'm saying. When I was here, when they told me. Before I got out, they told me, and I'm not, and even the officer that I called back up there to the department after I even found out what's going on, he told me, your address is here. I don't understand if she's here, I have to leave if that's my address.
Well,
it's pretty much having her to think that, okay, whenever I get here, you gotta leave. But
so when I talked to the sheriff's office and the way the judge done it, the previous time when you had to break in the back door to get into your unit to get your things, was that you removed all your items that time.
Absolutely, but then the first time she had left too though.
She left, and that's why they put the other address at Carriage Court.
Absolutely,
because you couldn't go over there. But when she comes, well, obviously,
absolutely.
But that's why they did that, is because that's where she was going to be staying for the time being. Then she could no longer stay there, and she had to leave from there because of family issues there. And came back over here, and the sheriff's office showed up twice in one day trying. You can't be here.
I had an attorney telling me that they was gonna get in contact with that officer.
Have they given us anything on 29th from Barrow?
The thing is, no contact means no contact, and let's even say that this apartment is yours and you're here. If she comes here, then until that bond condition is changed, your answer needs to be, I'm sorry you can't be here, you need to leave. Okay. And if she won't leave, then you call 911 and say, hey, you know, this is my apartment, I'm here. What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer keeps coming over, and she's here now, and I get it, y'all are in a relationship, but
when it comes to like coming here, like if how does that work for me? So like,
well, then she needs, I mean, if y'all want to be together again, then she needs to go down to the court and talk to the court about changing that bond condition, because that bond condition is going to remain in effect until that case, you've never gone to court over that case hasn't been resolved.
I mean, that's what my attorney told me. He says it's keep getting continued because it's like obviously gonna get thrown out.
Right. Well, she needs to go to, if y'all want to spend time together and you not get in trouble, then she needs house and change that bond and ask him to reduce that, change that bond condition. Because until then, anytime, I mean, if I'm out at McDonald's and I see you two together up in McDonald's and she calls you, you know, hey, let's go to McDonald's to eat, and I know you two and I know there's that bond condition, I can arrest you right then just for being with her, because you're violating that bond condition. The judge orders, no, even if she calls you, hey, let's hang out, bro, you know, and it's completely voluntary, the judge said, no, you guys can't be together. So until that's changed, you guys can't be together.
I hear that, man.
Okay? So, and you know, I'm trying to tell you what you need to do to keep from getting in trouble.
When I gave them my address, that's what I thought I was here. I thought I was here.
Right.
And that's it. I didn't I don't want to be like, oh, call the police every time she pull up. I don't want to do all of that.
I understand that.
I just want to live.
I understand, because clearly y'all are in a relationship. I get that. But
And remember that though, you live here and they say you live here and she's got a whole other address and it doesn't about her being here at all, period.
That's crazy.
I'm saying if she comes over here because you invite her over, or she just comes to hang out and you let her hang out, you're still in violation.
Okay.
No matter how you look at it, you lose in that situation. No matter how you look at it.
And that's what I'm saying. She comes knocking, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. I don't want to get in trouble.
And that's when
you know
you gotta call her and be like, hey.
I called him the last time. He was like, he came out here. That was like November. He came out here and it was like, okay, well, it's the bond condition, and that's it. She sat out there, and that was it.
Worked very hard on Russia and Ukraine. It's got to stop. Russia and Ukraine's got to stop. Thousands and thousands. I saw a report today. Thousands of people over the last 3 days were killed. Thousands and thousands of people were killed. They happen to be soldiers, but whether they're soldiers or they're people sitting in towns, we're going to work it. So I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I really want to congratulate Linda, you and Brooke for the job you've done. Middle East, and we're going to work very hard on Russia and Ukraine. It's got to stop. Russia and Ukraine's got to stop. Thousands and thousands. I saw a report today. Thousands of people over the last 3 days were killed. Thousands and thousands of people were killed. They happen to be soldiers, but whether they're soldiers or they're people sitting in towns, we're going to work it. So I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I really want to congratulate Linda, you and Brooke for the job you've done. And it's an honor to be here.
The speech too short. When I did Rocky, if you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus. It says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives, just like President Trump. We are in the presence of a really mythical character. I love mythology. And this individual does not exist on this planet. Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in awe. And I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like.
guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations! But
you know, Sly does not do that. He doesn't do that stuff. And he did a beautiful job, and I want to thank you and John Voight for being here. John, the great fight movies, I think Sly has a lot of them, and John has The Champ. What a movie that was, right? But I want to thank everybody for being here. You know, when Mrs. Post and E.F. Hutton, her husband at the time, when they built Mar-a-Lago many years ago, the Roaring 20s, it was the Roaring 20s, and we're hotter right now than they ever were in the Roaring 20s, I believe. And we're going to be a lot hotter, but we're going to keep it going. We're not going to have 1929 happen. Although, if it would have continued the way it was, it might not have been too good. But when they built it, nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew opulence. Nobody knew real luxury. Nobody knew poverty. They didn't know anything. And they learned a hard lesson. In 1929, they learned a very, very hard lesson. And we're going to turn our country around. We're going to make it so great, so strong, so powerful. We're going to bring it all back. I want to thank some people that have been so instrumental in doing such a great job in terms of not only policy, but people, and people love them. Brooke Rollins, who put this on with Linda McMahon. Linda has been a great friend of mine for a long time, right, Linda? I want to thank you very much. And the America First Policy Institute, what a job they've done. But I said, you know, the policy is much more important if we do it for 8 years than it is if we do it for 4 years. So I said, let's do this. Don't worry about your policy. Let's get out and let's win the election. But nobody knew we were going to win it the way we wanted. That was our big one. So that was really great. And Javier, I'd like to congratulate you on the job you've done for Argentina. Your speech was beautiful, but the job you've done is incredible. Make Argentina great again. You know, MAGA. He's a MAGA person. And you know, he's doing that. He's actually doing it. Just happens to work with EA. That one we don't have to worry about. It doesn't work so well with other countries, but you know what? I think your numbers are working also. You've done a fantastic job in a very short period of time. It's an honor to have you here. That's really great. Thank you. Also, Speaker Mike Johnson, wherever you may be, Mike, in this very big and crowded room. Thank you, Mike. I went yesterday, just in case, I said, look, I want to tell you I'm behind this man 100%, and he got 100% of the vote from Republicans. Are you sure? You sure, huh? No, he's doing a great job. Nothing easy. We actually had one little period, about 4 weeks, where we had a majority of 1. That was not pretty, right? And you handled it beautifully. He just kept that stiff upper lip. But he's doing a really good job, and that was a great vote you got yesterday. Totally unanimous vote. Congratulations, Mike. That's beautiful. Members of Congress, all of whom voted for Mike, and they've been my friends. It's just a small group, but we have a lot of them outside, and we have a lot of them coming over the weekend. Byron Donalds, a star. Where's Byron? Byron, what a star. What a star. Thank you, Byron. Ronnie Jackson, Doc Ronnie, he's been a lot of things. He was my doctor. He was a great admiral, you know, highly respected admiral, great doctor at the White House, and now he's a very popular congressman. He won by 48 points. That's pretty good. Of course, it was a very, very Trumpy district, but he won by 48 points. But when he was a doctor, they asked him the question, the fake news, which is here. Look, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. We invited him, and they said, can we come in? I said, we have nothing to hide as Republicans, right? We have nothing to hide. But they asked Ronnie, they asked the doctor, he was up in the podium, who's the healthiest? Because he was the doctor for Barack Hussein Obama, Donald Trump, and he was the doctor for Bush also. They said, who's the healthiest of them all? He said, without question, it's Donald Trump. And I said, I like that guy. I said, I like that guy. And he's doing great. Jason Smith is here, a great, great congressman. Wesley Hunt, wow. And Mike Waltz, who's going to be doing a little other work for us in the very near future. We just nominated him, and he's going to be doing a great job in the administration. And I promised Mike that I wouldn't be taking too many more before we start counting the votes, okay? He said, please, could you slow down a little bit? I just like the people in Congress, Mike. I'm sorry. But no, don't worry about it, Mike. Just relax. Just relax. We have a man who has a seriously high IQ. You know, I'm a person that believes in high IQs, and his is about as high as they get. He launched a rocket 3 weeks ago, and then he went to Pennsylvania to campaign because he considered this more important than launching rockets that cost billions of dollars. Elon Musk. Elon. What a job. What a job he does. He's a great, and he happens to be a really good guy. You know, he likes this place. I can't get him out of here. He just likes this place. And you know what? I like having him here, too. He's good. He's done a fantastic job. Really an incredible mind, and he's an unbelievable entrepreneur, sort of everything. I'm asking him, what do you do best? And we were not able to figure it out, but it's a lot of things. Another one who's another great mind and a great guy and so popular, and I think he's right. He wants to make people healthy. It's driven him pretty wild over the last number of years, and the Democrats didn't treat him well. He was doing fantastically well, and I think they came out with some rule that you had to do this, Mike. You had to get 70 or 75% of the vote to qualify to be in the primary. That was a pretty tough thing to get. And he was doing incredibly well, and he decided he can't do it, went independent. Now he's with us all the way. And today I nominated him for, I guess, if you like health and if you like people that live a long time, it's the most important position, RFK Jr. Bobby? Good. And I just looked at the news reports. People like you, Bobby. Don't get too popular, Bobby. Oh, you know, you've reached about the level. Now, we want you to come up with things and ideas and what you've been talking about for a long time. And I think you're going to do some unbelievable thing. Nobody's going to be able to do it like you. And boy, does he feel it in his heart. So congratulations also to your family. And a woman who was a Democrat and was an independent, she went independent, and last week she said, I want to be a Republican because this is what I stand for. And I've always admired her, and I've admired her because she was loaded up with common sense, and it's all about common sense. I mean, we're conservative in this room, but we can understand the other side, but what we really are is people with common sense. And I think that's why we won with the numbers that we won by. Tulsi Gabbard. Thank you, Tulsi. Great common sense. And you have Vivek Ramaswamy. It's taken people a long time, and now that name is emblazoned into their brain. But Vivek, wherever you may be, where are you, Vivek? Thank you, Vivek. Good. He's working with Elon on efficiency. They're working on efficiency, among other things, and they're going to be saving a lot of money and making our country stronger and better, and they'll be coming out with individual reports, but a big one toward the end. And you put those two together, it's going to be really great. So we look forward to seeing you working with Elon, and that'll be a great experience. You're going to learn something from Elon, I think, right? It's going to be great. Thank you very much, Vivek, and great job. What you've done is fantastic. And somebody that I've admired for a long time, but I've really gotten to know him in my political life, but especially I think over the last year, more than maybe ever before, maybe more than even in the first 4 years, because we had a tremendous success to my first term, and then bad things happened and we had to wait. I couldn't wait. I was saying, they're not going to do it. They're not going to help us. They're not going to save this country. And it really dawned on me about 10 days out. I said, wait a minute, with 10 days, I waited 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. All of a sudden, it's 10 days, and then every day seems so long. But I knew by the crowds we were getting, it was going to be really something. And Newt Gingrich got up and he said, this is a very special thing that's happening, because nobody has ever had crowds, and they just wanted hope. They wanted something. They just didn't want what they had, and nobody expressed it more beautifully than Newt Gingrich. And thank you, Newt, very much. It was really beautiful. And Callista, thank you very much. Thank you, Callista. But the American people have just delivered really something very, very amazing. The biggest political victory in 129 years. Can you believe that, Newt? 120. They said the most consequential election. I love that word. It's a beautiful word. Most consequential election in the last 129 years. Wow, that's something. So we swept all swing states. We won the popular vote. Oh, I love that. You know, in the last one, in my first term, they said he won the election, but they always followed by he didn't win the popular vote. That's what they say. I don't even know is it true or not. Who knows? But they would say he didn't win the popular vote, and we won the popular vote by records now. So nobody can say that anymore about us. Nobody can say that because we won the popular vote. And I didn't win it. The people won it. The great people of our country won the popular vote, and that's what they wanted. And this was something really special. Won the White House, recaptured the Senate, and now, as of today, recaptured the House. Thank you very much, Congressman. And on track, looks like we have it, the largest margin in the national vote in presidential year since 1928. That's a long time ago. Well, that's interesting. That's when this house was built, 1928. It took a lot of years, but that was when it was completed. And something that I just read here, and I saw from one of our friends from the news, from the media, we won, I didn't know this, we won 49 out of 50 states, shifted toward the GOP significantly. That's a big number. So we won the largest share of black and Hispanic votes of any Republican in the history of our country, recorded history of our country. So we won, think of that. We won the largest share of black and Hispanic voters. That's so incredible. They're unbelievable people. We respect them. We admire them. They've been through a lot. And they like us, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but if you take a look at the border of Texas, the governor called me, Greg Abbott, who's a great guy, called me up. He said, you won every single town on the border, and these towns were always blue. They were a dark, strong blue, and we won every single town up and down the border in Texas. We won with married women. What about unmarried women? What happened to unmarried women? We won with married women. We won half of all ages. Think of that. More than 50% of the 18 to 29-year-olds, the highest in many decades, the highest number. And again, it really has to do with common sense. You know, people don't want men playing in women's sports, right? They don't want it. They don't want it. You know, I said that during the last few weeks, I was very heavy on the common sense things, like they want a border. They want people to come into our country. They do. They don't want to have exclusion, but they want to come in legally through a system. They don't want them coming in through prisons and through where you dump a prison from countries all over the world, dumping prisons into our country. The prisoners dumped into our country by the millions. They don't want that. They don't want all of the kind of things that they don't want drug dealers. They don't want gang members. They don't want people that are causing trouble. They don't want people that the country doesn't want. And they had I would say a truth, Elon would say an X, but it came out and it had 12 different things, and it went down a list of things, and part of it was that the cartels were bringing in drugs. They don't want them at stopping you. When you see the numbers that are going to be released, in 2 days, things happen to our country. This is 2 days as of 3 days ago, but things are happening to our country that we didn't see happening for years. The caravans on the way up, 35,000 people, they're breaking up. They're breaking up. They're not making the journey. And we had 3 or 4 of the highest, I guess almost every single day we set new records in the stock market. We set new records economically. We're doing good. Now, the only thing is, Mr. Speaker, I think it's important, maybe you should pass a bill. You have to start my term from November 5th, okay? Or November 6th if you want. November 5th, because The market's gone through the roof. Enthusiasm's doubled. It's doubled in the last short while. And I watched a liberal commentator say, you know, whether you like him or not, there seems to be a beautiful light shining over our country and even over the world. I said, this guy didn't say that. But we have to defeat inflation, and while inflation's down, the costs are way too high. And when I went around, I heard something that was very interesting, the word grocery. It's sort of such a strange and simple...
You have a message. Yes.
They talked about that more than any other item. The groceries are too high. And when you think about it, that's a very bad thing. And I talked about that a lot in the last couple of weeks, and it resonated. I tell a story about a woman, she got 3 apples, an old woman. She had 3 apples, and she brought them up to the cash register, and she looked at the woman and she said, is that the right price? And the woman said, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. And she said, oh, that's okay. Could you wait 1 minute? And she took one of the 3 apples and she brought it back to the refrigeration, and she came back gently up to the cash register and she paid for 2 apples instead of 3. That should not be happening in our country. That should not be happening here. It's not going to happen here. We're gonna make it a much different place. We're going to slash energy costs. We're going to get your energy bills in half, and that's going to bring down the costs, generally speaking. And we're going to have a whole new. We have a big announcement, and I won't tell you the name of his the exact name. I think he's an incredible person. Got an unbelievably wonderful wife named Catherine. So I won't tell you his name. It might be something like Burgum. He's from North Dakota. He's going to be announced tomorrow for a very big position. So everybody's waiting. There he is. Hi, Doc. He's going to be announced tomorrow, and we have somebody else that's probably coming up with him to be announced, who's a big one. And we're going to do things with energy and with land, interior, that is going to be incredible. And so I look forward to doing the formal announcement, although this is a pretty big announcement right now. Actually, he's going to head the Department of Interior, and he's going to be fantastic. Good, Doug. Congratulations, Catherine. But we'll make the formal announcement tomorrow. All right? We're going to reduce regulation, waste, fraud, and inefficiency, and these 2 guys are going to find a lot of it. We're going to clean out the corrupt, broken, and failing bureaucracies, and that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to stop child sexual mutilation. We're going to stop it because it's time. It's time. It's time, and it's not right what's going on. It is mutilation, and it's not going to happen. We have to stop it. We have to get back to a great country with low taxes and strong military. We're going to fix our military. We did it once. Now we're going to have to do it again. We didn't know a big chunk of it was going to be given to Afghanistan. We're going to work on Middle East, and we're going to work very hard on Russia and Ukraine. It's got to stop. Russia and Ukraine's got to stop. Thousands and thousands. I saw a report today. Thousands of people over the last 3 days were killed. Thousands and thousands of people were killed. They happen to be soldiers, but whether they're soldiers or they're people sitting in towns, we're going to work it. So I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I really want to congratulate Linda, you and Brooke for the job you've done. And it's an honor to be here. And thank you, Sly.